Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? It's late in the day, and but I still date. It's still date. It's video number 32. Staying accountable, so I'm doing it. I did a lot of education today. I watched quite a few videos in education, and I have to admit some of it was just hesitancy to get on the phone. But I have been on the phone. I have been on the phone today, and there's something that's occurred to me. Like I found these. One of the things I was watching, they're talking about pre foreclosures and as well as probates, and not to go on sorry blah blah blah, but just talk to them straight. So I made some calls. I didn't get to. The only person I talked to was the wrong number. She was kind of pissed off, but then again, her numbers on True People Search, where we're searching to find numbers of these individuals. It's not like you look them up and their numbers are there. And I wrote her, texted her back and said, just so that you understand something, your number's on a site called True People Search, and it's listed with this name and this address. And because she said, for the 100th time, it's the first time I'm calling her. And, so I said, just so you understand, you're going to be getting bombarded. You can go to this site and get your number taken off, or understand you're going to be bombarded by every investor in the area. So now you have an option to take control of this. You can be pissed off or you can be proactive. And I left it at that. So I did her a favor, I think. Of course, she might take it completely wrong, but that's not my issue. I at least gave her a way to get her number off of it. So, and this one course that I previewed, which was Marco Rubel. He's somebody who he's an investor who does exactly what I'm trying to get into, which is sub twos and wraps. Which is being able to get in and buy homes basically with little or no money, taking over the mortgage. You know, and helping people out who are in trouble. And it just occurred to me that the foreclosure, excuse me, every single time I get on here, I'm belching or hiccuping, something like that. And I apologize. And it doesn't happen until I get on here, which is crazy. Anyway, and I like his method. It's similar to what I was taking with Ron LeGrand, but here's a guy with a really thick accent, which means he can't just do superlative or quick innuendos. He's got to really educate people for them to understand. And I like his method of doing things. So I didn't buy the course. I don't have the money right now, but I did get a few free things from him and a few ideas. So, like they gave me 4 foreclosure leads, which I called off for. And now I'm writing them. And what I'm going to do is drive, and I'm going to actually stick a letter to the door. Not only am I mailing a letter, but I'm sticking a letter to the door because all of these say they're all owner occupied. So I'm going to stick a letter to the door so that they get my letter and open it up. And in my, here's what I've been writing. Okay, hello, so and so. My name is Edward. Ed Ashley. I found you through your house at the address in the foreclosure section of the record. Sorry, but it is very public. The foreclosure section of public records. Sorry, but it is very public. The great news is that I specialize in helping homeowners out of this problem. Together we can save your credit, your home, and your mortgage. So, and this came from watching videos, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what the outcome is, but I feel good about this being another way of, because I was doing driving for dollars. And even though this isn't driving for dollars, if I can put these notes on houses and not get them ignored, and at least let them know the reason I'm contacting you, because I think a lot of them have their heads in the sand. They know their house is going up for auction. They know it's going to be foreclosed on. They know, and they're trying to do everything they can not to leave it. And what I said here is, I have a way out of that. I can save your credit, your home, and your mortgage. And my thought is, instead of trying to buy them, I'll lease option the house from them. Yes, they have to move. And then I'll sublease it out to somebody else, get a great down payment from them, catch up their mortgage. Catch up their mortgage. Sorry about that. Catch up their mortgage. And then, of course, I'm charging them a higher price than I'm paying out. So I get this monthly income. 9 out of 10 of those people are not going to go through with it. So there's a possibility they can get their home back in 5, 6, 7 years in better shape financially and better shape physically than they left it. Then again, they may not want it back. They might be in good shape, which I will just redo it again. At that point, I will then go ahead and have them sell it to me subject to. So we're doing the same thing, but one way, I don't own the house. I'm leasing it with an option to buy. Okay. But the money that's being put down to them is the money that they're behind. So my down payment, which is coming from my buyer, will go to, well, part of their down payment will come from my buyer. There's a bigger down payment. So, and because I'm doing a lease option, I have no closing costs. My buyer is going to pay the lawyer's fee to set up the paperwork, about $700-800. You know what I'm saying? And we get a title. Well, I'll suggest them to get a title, but it's not necessary. And like I said, 9 out of 10, and in 5-7 years, if they want the house back, but here's the thing: if these people buy the house, they fulfill their contract and actually buy the house, then they get the rest of their money, which is the equity. That I'll make sure to put equity in there, unless they owe this. If the house is worth what they owe, there's not going to be any equity, and for them, it'd be better to just subject to the house to me. I just go in and do the closing costs. But if like most of these people got in trouble because of the memorandum, the moratorium on being able to, banks being able to foreclose and landlords being able to evict and things like that. So this is where it's going to get sticky. But even if they owe $20,000 and their house is worth $500,000, I'll buy the house for like $400,000. So they might their mortgage that they owe, they might have bought it for $350,000, right? And they were working towards that, but now they owe $375,000. I buy for $4,000. I get $50,000 deposit. I pay off the $25,000 that or 21, whatever it is, that they owe from not paying their mortgage, which brings the mortgage back to current. Of course, they have to move out because we're going to lease it, do a lease option to a tenant buyer, and I get to keep the other 20. So they get 25, I get 25, and then I get the difference between their mortgage rate. It's like 3%, and I'll make sure I'm getting 9%, although I'm not going to do it in those terms. I'm just making sure that they're paying me $500 or $600 a month above what I'm paying out. And so I start to develop cash flow, monthly cash flow up and above what I'm paying out. And I think that closes faster. I don't have to worry about closing costs, things like that. And it can help me get out of hock much faster. Anyway, this video was longer than I anticipated. But anyway, I'm excited about this, and I'm actually going to go driving out, and these letters that I wrote to these people on these pre-foreclosures, I'm going to go stick them on their doors. And I think what I need to do every night is maybe do 20 or 30 of these, and in the daytime go put them on these doors of these foreclosure homes. I think I'll get more traction because, you cold call people, they're not answering their phones. Yes, I can leave messages, right? And they, but like I said, most of these people don't have their they have their heads in the sand. And I think reading that, I said, well, at least we have an option. Let's call this guy. And I have time is of the essence. Call me for details. So anyway, I'm excited. You have a good day. And we'll be back on here tomorrow. Okay, bye.